YouTube, how the fuck you doing? Hey guys, it's Nadeshot, and today I'm going to be bringing you a two-part video. First, I'm going to be showing you a Jesus nade that I threw in a scrim against another pro team, and then I'm going to do a competitive gaming breakdown. It's going to be the inside the mind of Nadeshot, and I'm just going to show you my reasoning behind the things that I did. I'm going to break down my gameplay on what I did wrong, things I could have done better, and just basically show you what was going through my mind when I made the decisions that I made. Now, here we go. We're going to jump right in, and I paused it right before it happened so that I could explain the video and the situation and what happened. But I'm going to show it to you in real time, and then I'm going to slow it down for you and show you why I flipped out on stream when I hit this grenade. Now, I'm gonna press play, and we were in a stalemate. They had our flag, we had theirs, and he was just camping in the back. I had somebody watching this doorway to make sure that I couldn't come out and flank. And basically, I get into this corner, and I throw a Payne Manning nade hoping to just scathe him, and I ended up hitting him, and this guy's camping in a Heglitz right here, and I absolutely shit on him. So I'm going to rewind that real quick. I'm going to slow it down here real quick. So I tossed that nade, I end up getting that kill, and he had no idea it was coming. John didn't know that I threw that nade. So I come out here, and this guy is just camping on this Heglitz. I had no idea, and he just started missing shots. And I hit him with a lucky hipfire and get a headshot. And there it is for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that Jesus nade that I just threw. And we're going to jump right into the second part of this video. Alright, here we go. We're on Dome CTF. I'm bringing you guys about 2 minutes into the first side. I'm using an MP7 red dot. Earlier in the game I was using an MP7 extended mags with focus, and I switched it up to red dot, and I have range on it. I saw JCap using it in the scrim, so that's why I'm trying it out. And right here, I know they're going to be pushing out loading dock, and I know there's one by our base, so I prone right there to make sure he can't see me if he were to turn the corner. End up getting that kill, and I know they're still spawning in their base, and they're pushing out loading dock, so I'm just getting free kills right now. They're most likely spawning in their base, so I'm holding loading dock, making sure that they don't push out, and I get this kill right here. I stun out to make sure there's another one on that position. John goes down. We were using him as a pickup fourth. And I basically go into their base, just checking all my corners, and I get a call out from my teammate, and I get a nice little three-piece there to pull the flag. Now, they're going to be spawning tunnels, and my teammates do a good job of getting the cutoffs. We got Twiz pushing middle, stunning out, and luckily they got out of tunnels to get some stuns out. That was John that just died by our dome. So now I should have pushed this flag to the satellite barrier to my right, but I didn't. And I tried getting there a second ago, but I ended up getting blown up by a grenade, and it counted as a kill for Nerfology. I think it was actually a flammable barrel. But I'm stunning out middle to make sure they don't push us and get that spawn trap. Then I spawn in their base because I know they're pushing down crate side to pull a flag. We end up getting a stun off. And I shoot through this guy at crates, and I was weak already. He ended up getting that kill. And now we're spawning in dome. We're trying to get stuns out on this flag. And just so you guys know, I really enjoy doing these kind of breakdowns to try and show you my mindset. So I'm pushing through tunnels right now, and I think I kind of made a mistake here. Now I'm trying to get a spawn kill off the one guy that's spawning up. But even though I do get this kill, I think it does in turn give them a spawn inside their base, so I kind of screwed my teammates over. So watching this film, I know now not to push back through that spawn that way. And obviously I pushed out dome to try and get crate control, because this side of the map is all about crate control, so you can push through loading dock and try and get a pull out. Unlucky that I died there that moment. Now I'm going to push middle because I know my teammates already have crate control. I'm going to try and flank around and try and help them out. I'm making sure that they're not spawning up tunnels. I get a stun off and I get hit markers, so I know he's going to push that kill. And I know they're still spawning tunnels, so I look for this kill. I think I put enough bullets into him. I thought I should have got that kill, but I didn't, unluckily. I'm not even sure if unluckily is a word, but I'm going to have to go back and try and work on my vocabulary here. I'm going to be spawning up in dome. Assassin picks up a nice two-piece. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to get that flag, but we ended up winning that side 3-1. And now we're going to be switching sides. You know, we played well on this side. We were using John as pickup fourth because Fears wasn't able to get on. But we played well. We rotated back. And that's all you have to do on this map is rotate back and try to counter that crate push by the other team. So right here, I'm telling my teammates to stun out for me so I can get a push outside of dome. and my teammates do get a stun out, and they're calling people out for me, and I get a nice little 3-piece at the beginning of that round, all due to my initial push and my teammates' callouts. I should have known that they were going to satellite push because Assassin was pushing from the other side. He was pushing down middle road and pushing into their dome. I should have known that they were going to get that back satellite spawn. So you guys got to be aware of that. Unfortunately, I wasn't, so I did end up dying. But I spawned loading dock, so I knew that the players were pushing through tunnels to our base to try and stop that flag cap. That's why you guys saw me spawn loading dock and push back with my teammate so that we could get that flagpole. And you can see that they ran the flag up the middle of the map, and you see that I pushed back through my base right there because I knew that they were going to be spawning crates and they were going to be pushing through our loading dock to try and get that flag stop. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough ammo on my MP7, so I took out my revolver trying to get that kill, and he drop shot at me and I got taken out. But you're going to see I spawn up in my base, and right from the get-go I push out crate side because this map control is very important. We want to hold crates. I'm pre-nading dome because I know they're spawning in there and we're trying to trap them in their base. I'm proning up so I can get an advantage point on dome to see if they push out, and I saw that they pulled our flag. I'm making sure nobody from their base or their spawn push middle to try and cut us off. And I'm going to push dome right now, and I know they're going to be spawning at this tunnel spawn, so I'm just sitting here waiting and waiting, trying to get that initial kill. And I'm checking middle because a guy from the other team just picked up a kill. Now, I know they're spawning crates at this point. So they're stunning. Nerfology picks up a kill on John, so I know they're pushing crates. I'm not sure if they're getting a split spawn, so I'm just trying to stay in there live in their base. At this point, they know I'm in here, and I get taken out. It's kind of bad timing. As soon as I looked away, that's when he pushed in. And we have Twiz holding down loading docks, and we're getting this tunnel spawn. So what I knew my teammates were rotating back, and they had a guy top dome, and I tried taking him out with a grenade. But either way, I should have rotated back to our spawn. I think if I would have got that kill on top dome, we would have had an easier time. But luckily, Twiz gets a loading dock spawn. And they're pushing a weird map control right now. And I know they have a guy in our base. So right now, I'm just trying to stay alive crate side in case they do pull that flag our side. And I'm just trying to stay alive. I saw that guy and tried to get a kill. And I do pick him up. And I know he's pushing that flag out crate side. I get a stun off on him, get that kill. And right now, they're spawning in their base, and another guy was at loading dock. I pick up that kill. We have 4 dead right now. They're going to be spawning behind Assassins at tunnel side, so I'm pushing up for that spawn kill. Unfortunately, there was a little bit of bad timing, and Abuse got a spawn inside dome, and he got to take me out. And I spawned inside of my loading dock, so I'm making sure that they're not coming up on flank. I just saw those stuns come up, and it was pretty good timing for me because he just pushed into our spawn. And luckily I got a kill on him. Again, I'm pushing out loading dock right now. I ended up getting taken out, but I know we have crate control still, so we're not in too much trouble. Twiz is spawning up tunnels. He's pushing middle. Right now we should be rotating back to our base, but they got this pull out, so we're at that point of no return where we have to push their spawn to try and get a stop. Since we have such a hefty lead, we're not really worrying about rotating back as much as we should. But I know somebody's pushing from middle map and end up getting that kill. And right now we're just trying to push into their base to make sure they don't get this flag cap. And unfortunately I get taken out from that guy because I don't have focus on. And you saw as soon as he got hits on me, my gun flung up. And that's kind of like the downside of using range. I probably should have got that kill, but like I said, I flinched and my gun pushed up. And I wasn't able to get the kill. I throw a bad nade there and stun out. I know they're trying to push crate side to get more flag caps. I get hit markers with that stun. I'm hoping this guy doesn't push out. And Twiz is right there. Perfect teamwork. Twiz gets the 2-piece. Now I'm pushing in their base, making sure that they didn't spawn in dome. And I'm watching this spawn kill as best as I can. And at this point, I should have turned around. I should have turned around right here and knew that they were getting a crate spawn. But either way, I was stunned. When you're pushed inside dome, guys, you got to make sure that they're not spawning behind you with crates. You need to look at your mini-map. You need to see where your players are positioned. And you need to push those spawns so that they're not getting this crate spawn. I pick up a nice 2-piece here. And right now I'm kind of in frantic mode. I'm trying to drop 30. I think I have 29 kills at this point, and I'm just playing for kills in the last couple seconds. You're going to see me push out right here and just kind of try and pre-fire the middle map, see if I can, you know, pick up that 30 bomb. Unfortunately, I don't. I hope that you guys know these callouts good enough to understand what I was talking about. If this is something that interested you guys, I'm going to be doing more of this series. I've kind of haven't done them in a while, but this is going to help you understand the game more. This will help you in pubs. This will help you in competitive gaming. It will help you understand spawns more due to positioning of your teammates on the mini-map, positioning of yourself on the map. So I hope you guys enjoyed this long video, and you too. We'll see you fucking later.